What's up, Solar Fam? This is your host of the Intersolar Podcast, the official podcast of SolarDex. My name is Ian, the CMO of SolarDex. And before we get started, once again, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do me a favor right now, pause this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it on all platforms to Facebook, Twitter, your Telegrams. Like I said, I don't know if you have MySpace still, but if you got that, share it. It's gonna blow up. So I'm sitting down here with our COO John and our CEO Richard. If you guys want to say hi really quick.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hi, everyone.
Hey, everyone. How's it going?
Awesome. I'm excited to have you guys on here, and I'm excited to really introduce our latest guest from SolanaCash, Kamara. Kamara, how are you doing tonight?
I am doing great. Super excited to be here.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We are excited to have you on here and show a little, shed a little light on your project too. So to kick things off, I really just want to learn more and really educate the community on what you're trying to accomplish with SolanaCash, as I think you have a really great idea that's coming in the near future.
Yes, thank you very much. Before I introduce SolanaCash, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kamara, and I am the CEO of SolanaCash. I am super excited to be here today to discuss this great idea. And I've been also working on the business development team, and I have about 3 years of crypto experience, specifically in decentralized finance. And I am also a full-time technology and financial consultant. And basically, that's all about me. And what is SolanaCash? SolanaCash is basically a decentralized cross-chain global payment system. And we aim to accelerate the adoption of the Solana network around the world by adding more transaction capacity to the network. We are not just about the cash title, like you can see with some other blockchain technology projects where we have Bitcoin Cash. We are here with like real utilities, and we're taking advantage of the Solana technology, especially, being that everybody is realizing the potential of Solana itself. It's the fastest blockchain technology with a very low transaction cost. And it's just not about what it's doing in the crypto space, but also how people that are not even interested in crypto can benefit from this without realizing that they're actually just using cryptocurrency. So we have like our mobile app as well, and SolCat, we have our staking platform, and we also have the token bridge, which we plan on bridging with multiple blockchains.
That's awesome. Yeah, this project, from what I know of it and what you just described, this has huge potential. Not, like you said, not just for the crypto community, but for everyone involved too.
Exactly.
And with Solana's infancy, and Solana, in my mind, is no doubt going to blow up. I think this is a huge idea to get in early, just like we try to do too. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, exactly. You've said it all basically. We are trying to get the word out there to show people that SolanaCash is not just about the name. It's not a meme project. It's basically something new that we're introducing with, a lot of adoption. And we want to basically add more transaction capacity to the Solana network through our mobile wallet. And we all know how P2P payment system is right now. Everybody, literally everybody. It could be your grandmother, it could be your mom. Everybody is into the transfer of funds as part of their daily activities. So imagine what we could use Solana for in that area. And currently, SolanaCash is basically the first decentralized cross-chain global payment system. And we truly believe that this could be the next huge thing.
Yeah, because there's a lot of projects out there on the BSC network and Ethereum network that are kind of similar in principle, but it sounds like your idea for Solana is kind of taking those principles and then blowing it up to a larger scale, right?
I mean, if you look at, no doubt, there are definitely a lot of, I've seen a couple of Solana Cash in the BSC ecosystem, but if you look at it, they're all doing the same thing. They'd be like N per transaction, meaning that you hold your token and then you earn Solana. But that's not what we are doing. We have a real utility. We have our mobile app. We have a Soul card, which is to facilitate the payments and purchasing um, of our token. And we also have the staking platform. We also have our bridge. So there's clearly a big difference.
Yeah, and it's like you're consolidating all these great ideas into one. And that's what really gets me excited about this project because
Mhm.
it's not like, oh, let's just do this and then
Right,
hopefully it works out. It's more like we're going to do A, B, and C, and we're going to do it to the full extent where this has the utilization that the whole community can really use and even spread the word so that people that aren't really involved into crypto can really understand it and use it at the same time, right?
exactly. For example, our mobile app is going to be extremely user friendly with improved UI and UX design. We want to basically make it easy for everybody with or without crypto experience to be able to use Solana Cash App on a day-to-day basis in terms of like paying bills, sending payments, receiving funds, very interactive and super easy to use. And to top it all, we also have something called the reward system. Now, how this works is we have allocated 30% of our total supply towards this reward system. So we are basically rewarding users of our mobile app, 30% of our total supply vested daily for the period of 20 years to, to add more transaction capacity to the Solana network. So that means that if you download our mobile app and you try to like send money to someone or use any functionality within the app in terms of like transaction wise, you're basically partaking and receiving a portion of that reward daily towards your in your mobile app. So that basically adds to our vision statement, which says that our goal is to add more transaction capacity to the network.
Yeah, that, I believe that's huge because there's two main things that you really mentioned where I think it's really aligned with what SolarDex is trying to do too. It's the ease of use and rewards for users. I believe ease of use, especially for the newer community, because that's who we're trying to touch as well and give them that education at the same time. But bringing
Mhm.
that ease of use is where a lot of projects can really differentiate themselves just because right now a lot of things on the market is really, I don't want to say hard to use, but you have to really educate
Right,
yourself first. But
right.
bringing that ease of use and rewards so that everyone can profit off this, I think that, in my opinion, are just two really big facets where crypto is kind of lacking at the same time.
Exactly. And I'm pretty sure, you know, I mean, everybody knows what decentralized finance is. And a lot of people are going to be using our mobile app without even realizing that they are also participating in the crypto space because of how easy and accessible we plan on making it. And also, when people hear about blockchain technology, they think it's something very complicated, something that they cannot use every day in the comfort of their home or their workspace. But with Solana Cash mobile app, we are trying to change that narrative. We're trying to make people accept blockchain technology, that it's not just about investing, just putting in money, buying Bitcoin or buying any other cryptocurrency and watching it grow. But you could also take advantage of a blockchain technology to apply it to a specific area that is going to be beneficial for everybody.
Yeah, in my mind, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's like you want Solana Cash. If you have a banking app, you want it sitting right next to your banking app, just because odds are you're checking your account daily. But at the
Right.
same time, now you can check the Solana Cash daily as well for all the transactions too.
And very fast. We all know how super fast Solana is. Solana is super cheap. So imagine being able to send transfer funds to someone in another part of the world, super easy. All they have to do is have the SolanaCash mobile app. And it's going to be extremely decentralized, super easy to use, super intuitive, and you're also taking advantage of the reward system. I personally would be using the SolanaCash mobile app because 30% of our total supply is no joke. That's literally almost half of our total supply. And we are dedicating all of that to users of our mobile app through reward system.
I don't know about anyone else, but I actually have goosebumps just hearing that. I think I'm really excited about this project. I see huge potential with this project, and just talking to you and getting your feedback on it is just, it's getting me even more excited. So
Thank you.
huge, of course, huge potential for this project, but I kind of want to focus on you for a second. And
Okay.
I know you said you're like technology advisor, have some experience in crypto. So I just want to kind of talk about that just briefly to give
Okay.
you some background as well.
Okay, like I said, I have about 3 years of crypto experience, and I've also been investing in cryptocurrencies since 2017. And after my grad school, I graduated from Pace University, actually in New York City. And I took some time to literally understand what is happening in the cryptocurrency world. And by saying that does not mean that I was equally invested in the technical areas, not necessarily, but I just wanted to understand the overall concept. What is it that people want? What do people understand about blockchain technology? What can we do with it? And it was very interesting. I spent almost this year and last year, reading articles. I have seen about 15 different projects launch. Not that I invested in them, I just joined the Telegram group, try to see what they're doing, what they're doing wrong, what the people want, why projects are failing, and all of those stuff. So basically, and I also do have a financial background. I've always been passionate about the financial industry. And I am a strong believer that finance and blockchain are literally best friends. And there is so much that we could do by combining both of them. And if you see the concept of SolanaCash, it's not just about the blockchain aspect, but we are also dwelling into the financial industry and changing the narrative by using blockchain to solve a lot of problems and also make things easier for people.
And when thinking about blockchain and when it comes to finance, because I think it's awesome that you have background in both. I feel like
Right.
having background in both really gives you more experience in a lesser time, especially the way that you're going about it, where you're joining different projects, seeing what they're doing wrong, seeing what they're doing right, and just combining the two into this idea. I think having that kind of exposure and taking that kind of calculated risk when really launching and developing this project, I think that's great just for the community all involved, just because you're shedding more light and giving a new perspective that, let's just say, if someone's been in blockchain and investing for 5 years, that they
Right.
might not even think about these things too.
Right. And it's all about what people want. It's not about the average person is not interested in how complicated blockchain is and the language, the like, all of those hard stuff. They're just concerned about, okay, fine, we know about blockchain, but what can we do with it in an easy way? How can this be beneficial to us? If I am explaining Bitcoin to my mom, she's literally like, okay, it's Bitcoin, we invest in it. All right, Bitcoin prices goes up, we make profit. Okay, that's it. And she wants to know, what is it like? Okay, how can I blend Bitcoin in my day-to-day activities? So, and P2P payment system is everything now. I grew up in a different part of the world where my parents had to send me money every day. And I've seen a lot of challenges in terms of like high fees, in terms of not getting the money the same day or having to wait a while. But with Solana Cash, we are literally changing that narrative. We're trying to fully utilize the Solana technology to its highest potential and implement it into this project to see where it goes. I personally believe that this is going to be successful. I I have been working on this for the past since April, basically. And like I said, I didn't want it to be like a rush project where, okay, I think about the idea and, we just want to like launch it and have people invested in it. No, I wanted to do it the right way, to take my time to make sure that I understand what people want. Because at the end of the day, I am not going to be the user of this product. It's going to be other people. What do they want? Are they going to like this product? Are they going to be interested in this product? Are they going to use the product specifically? So that was my major concern.
And it seems like you're taking a really technical approach to this too, which I think is great just because you don't want to do something half-heartedly and then
Right.
launch it and be like, oh shoot, I should have done this. It really sounds like you're taking your time developing this, making all those technical aspects of
Right.
blockchain and P2P, and really making it once again into that ease of use interface. So knowing that, I really want to explore your vision for this. I know where you've been, but where are we going with this project? Because, like I said, I think there's huge potential, and I know that everyone agrees on this podcast. So I just want to see where you're at, and then your goals for the future, and where you envision this project really taking off.
Hmm. I mean, if anyone listening to this podcast is a fan of Solana, and not just a fan of Solana, but also understands what Solana is doing, its technology abilities, you are going to also tell yourself that Solana Cash is as essential as anything else. This project is not just created for the benefits of, having a high market cap or having people invest in it to get profit. No, it's about changing what decentralized finance is. I am looking at the future. I'm looking at what the next generation is going to be like, what they're going to use, how blockchain technology could change in 20 years from now. And we all know about the transparency of blockchain and what basically why everybody is interested in it. So Solana Cash, I think Solana Cash is a multi-billion-dollar project. It's going to be super helpful to so many people around the world, not just in the US, but in different continents. And we are going to basically allow people to take part of the blockchain journey without actually feeling like they're participating, without feeling like they're, there's something tedious about it. Because when you tell people about blockchain or cryptocurrency, for example, I mean, in the other part of the world, they just feel like it's something complicated. It's something where you have to have some kind of experience to be in that field. But we don't have that vision for Solana Cash. We want adoption, mass adoption. We want millions and billions of users of our mobile app in terms of like personal wise, business, e-commerce integration, you name it. If you're traveling and you have the Soul card, you'll be able to make purchases, maybe able to, buy things online, able to basically everything that you could do with a with your debit card with your bank, you could basically do the same thing with Solana Cash, just that it's decentralized, super easy to use, and it's running on the Solana blockchain.
Yeah, because if you look at the upward trajectory of crypto, I know a lot of financial institutions go, oh, crypto's not going to blow up. Oh, crypto is this fad that everyone's getting into. But if you actually research, especially with the metaverse coming out and
Right.
having a lot of NFTs starting to blow up, I think the upward trajectory of crypto is that it's not going anywhere. And first of all, I love the name SolanaCash because it's
Right.
easy to remember, but at the
Mhm.
same time, I think that has huge potential to become a household name too.
Right. It could be. And like I said, we have plans on expanding our team and not just making this about a project, but an actual company, and having bringing people from different expertise, different experiences, all under one roof, to share ideas to make this project as successful as possible.
And I think it's awesome what you and your team's doing too, just because I know we talked a lot about vision. I've been talking your ear off. So I'm going to hand it over to Richard because I know he has a couple questions too.
Right.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Richard.
I mean, most of my questions are aligned with execution, but I guess
Okay.
before I begin with the questions, I just want to one commend you. Like what you guys are trying to do is huge. Um, B, the potential for SolanaCash is also huge. What you guys are trying to do to the overall ecosystem for Solana will be phenomenally huge. The potential for that is phenomenal. Um, More or less, my question is, as far as like execution goes,
Okay.
as far as Solana Cash goes, how do you guys plan on living up to the big things you're trying to do?
That's a good question. Like I said before, SolanaCash was just an idea a few months ago, and one thing about crypto space is how easy it is for people to adopt, how easy it is for people to support, especially when you share your ideas, share your light paper, and have a community and have people, not just people that are in to invest to make profit, but also people that could see the true potential of the project. It makes everything easier. And that's basically one of the ways why we've come this far. And in terms of execution, we have been working every day super hard, and we continue to work super hard. And we are basically learning every day, and we're open to expanding the team, bringing in the right people, the right expertise, and people that basically align with the vision of SolanaCash to take it forward. It's not a one-man task. I tell myself that every day, and I tell my partner every day, listen, we cannot do this by ourselves. We need people, we need support, we need talent. And I am super open to ideas, I'm super open to opinions. So that is basically how far we've come because of our transparencies and the fact that, we're open to input even from our little community on Telegram and to even taking it far beyond.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. And it definitely sounds like you guys have big things ahead of you. So recently we announced the partnership between Solar and Solana Cash. I know we got big things for you guys on our end. What does this partnership establish for you? What do you guys see as far as a Solana Cash solar system partnership? What do you envision the future entails?
I mean, first of all, I want to commend the SolarDex team for all the amazing things they're doing and creating a DEX that offers, a safe platform for project to launch and auto liquidity is very crucial, especially the fact that I have seen a lot of projects, rock pulling, not even surviving for about a week, people losing money and all that. So this project is definitely needed, especially in the Solana ecosystem and in like beyond, even in other ecosystem as well. And for the partnership, I believe that Soladex being the first US-based Solana project and Solana Cash also being a US-based P2P payment system, I believe there is a lot that we could do together, especially the fact that we are all within the same ecosystem in Solana, and we all have a similar vision of using blockchain technology to mitigate risk, like what SolarDex is doing, basically trying to prevent rock pools and projects from, running away with liquidity and all that. And SolanaCash is also basically trying to solve a solution, a problem in the finance, in the decentralized finance world. So I believe like the amount of things that we could do together is basically limitless, and it is just starting. It's not about one thing. We could do so many things together, and I that's what I think. I think it's not just even one thing. We could do a lot together.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
couldn't agree more. I guess everything sounds awesome. Sounds great. We are, as a solar team, we're definitely excited about Solana Cash. We definitely see the potential in it. There's definitely a room for a $1 billion market cap to
Mhm,
see Solana Cash grow, and we are definitely excited about that.
mhm.
My last question would be, as far as like infrastructure and funds go, what Solana Cash is like, I guess, vision for that? Because basically building that infrastructure up, building a self-sustainable debit card, a transaction-based pace where it's like 5,000 plus transaction per second for
Mhm.
Solana Cash. That is huge. And we, the solar team, definitely agree. You guys can do with it. We want to let the users know, what's your implementation plan for raising that capital, creating that infrastructure, and essentially executing that plan.
Great question. That goes back to my previous answers where I said this is not a one man's project. And I am a firm believer that you do not have to see to be able to like have all the answers to the problems, but starting first with good intentions and putting in a lot of work is going to attract the right people to you. And which is why if you look at our roadmaps, our most of our main core ecosystem would be implemented in the probably Q3 or Q4, actually Q4 of 2022. That's because we are trying to create time to make sure that everything is in place. We're bringing in the right resources, the right people, the right investors, the right backers to support us, to basically help us achieve this goal, because we cannot do it all alone at all. But we are also very clear in terms of like the vision of this project, in terms of putting in the work, putting in the commitment, and try to make sure that everything is as smooth as possible. And as for the implementation, we are we've currently started working on our staking platform, which the goal is to have that up and running before or right at launch, to make sure that our community have the option of staking their Solana Cash token to basically earn more rewards. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at right now. And we're taking it one step at a time. We're not, one of those projects where like we're coming in with millions of dollars to take this project to the next phase. But we believe in the vision, we believe in the goal, and we know that people out there who can see the potential of this project would be able to also see what we see. And so far, we just concluded our seed sale, and we are very diligent on the amount of Solana Cash token that we're bringing out there. So our seed sale was basically just 3% of the total supply that was sold at a specific price. And we concluded our seed sale yesterday. And now we're moving on to the next stage, which is our private sale. And I believe that with time, with when the world starts to see that we're truly committed, what we plan on doing, we're going to get the financial support, the community support, the technical support, the talents, like everything that we need to make this project a successful one.
No, I love that,
Yeah.
especially bringing in together the best minds. I mean, with this kind of idea, I know there's great minds behind it, but you
Right.
actively looking at who can help blow this project up too. I think I really want to commend you on that too, because I know a lot of projects, they're like, oh, we're too proud to bring in anyone else. Like we can do this ourselves, but you're actively out there looking for the best partnerships that make the most sense to really make Solana Cash explode too. So I just want to commend you on that as
Exactly.
well.
Thank you.
Definitely. And I know John had some questions too, so I'll hand it over to John.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm blown away by just the magnitude of this idea. But I guess I'll shut my mouth there because we spent a whole lot of time in awe this podcast over the ideas of Solana Cash. So at this point, you guys have been firing off like the seed sale,
Right.
and you guys have initiated everything. The ball's starting to roll. I know for us personally, especially on the launch day, we ran into some obstacles. So I was just wondering, what obstacles have you guys ran into so far, and how have you overcame those?
Great. I mean, we literally just made Solana Cash official on the 24th of November. We started building the community, and it's crazy because I was expecting a lot of challenges because I've seen a lot of projects launched, but we did encounter challenge, which was funds, because Solana Cash is, we basically started it with, I was like, I want this to be community focused, right? This is a vision, this is an idea, but everything that pertains to this, I want the interest to come from the community, the willingness to make this happen to come from the community. So we literally started with $0. We created a Telegram, we created a Twitter, and we started sharing our white papers, pitch deck. And it's crazy because we got a lot of support, and people started to tell us how, oh, this is a great idea. We want to be a part of this. So Solana Cash so far has just been 100% community driven. And the only challenge that we face for now, because we're still at a very early stage, we just concluded seed sale, which is not even 2% of the entire work. We still have a lot more. So we have maybe faced visibility problems where we're reaching out to some companies, some launch parts, or some resources, and so far we haven't gotten like a lot of responses. That was our main problem at the beginning stage, which I feel like maybe most projects face that. I'm not sure, but aside from that, the community has been great, the support has been great, and those who truly see the vision of Solana Cash has been super supportive.
Yeah, exactly. I think a strong community is what makes or breaks a project. And
Right.
you you and your partner, you seem very, very competent. And now I guess I can move on to my next question. So some of this may be overlapping with what you've said prior in the
Okay.
podcast, but if
Okay.
you could give everyone listening, at least what you have formulated at the moment, like a nice solid roadmap. What's your timeline, and what do you want to accomplish by when?
Sorry, can you repeat the last one? To
Yeah.
accomplish by when?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like what's your roadmap looking like at the moment?
Okay, so right now we are currently in Q4. So right now we are basically, all we have in our roadmap is um, concluding the seed round, which was done yesterday, and the private sale, and then most likely an IDO, and then launch, and also have our staking platform released and ready upon launch. And in Q2, we basically plan on having maybe more sex listing. We would start our token bridge with multiple blockchains and excessive marketing with partnerships. So basically, for the first half of 2022, all we're doing is trying to create a solid foundation in terms of like building community, trying to bring the word out there, do our token bridge, sex listing, excessive marketing. The real product implementation phase is going to start in Q4 2022, because we want to be sure that we are fully ready for this. We don't just have like a product where, we just want to put it out there, but a product that we know that it's going to serve its useful purpose and will be as functional as we want it to be.
Yeah, and I hope everyone listening understands the magnitude of what you're proposing here, because it doesn't surprise me at all that you're looking out 1 year into the future. Because this is massive, but so's the potential. Yeah, I'm very glad to partner with you guys, and I'm blown away.
Thank you so much, and we are super excited about, when Richard read our light paper, he was like, he loved the idea. He's been super supportive, and we really appreciate that support. And that's the kind of support that we want. We want people to see our vision, to understand that we are here to the end, and we're here to execute, to use blockchain technology for the better for what's the word? We're using blockchain technology to basically change the world in decentralized finance.
Yeah,
Definitely. Because I know me personally, like I said, I get goosebumps just hearing you talk. And I knew that this was going to be a big project from the start, but just talking with you and seeing your vision just really reinforces and has that empowerment of the idea, and knowing that there's a great mind behind it really puts into fruition like, hey, this is a project that's legitimizing the P2P and the blockchain space, and really aligns with our vision really as SolarDex, because one of the big things is not just the ease of use and making this equitable for all the community, but really legitimizing and making sure that this is a safe space where everyone can use the platform too. So when talking with you, I just want to get your final thoughts. I know we're coming up on time right now, but give us your final thoughts, what you want to leave us off with. And I just want to, I could probe your brain all night.
My final thought is, if you are hearing or listening to this podcast, whenever you get the chance to, you are super lucky, and we want to let each and every one of you know that we really and truly appreciate the support and the future support that you plan on giving us. And if you're currently supporting us, thank you. And we have super exciting things to do. I'm truly passionate about this project. This is not just a project that I get excited working on this project. I get super happy. I'm looking forward to this. And that's to show my commitment, my determination to make sure that this project is as successful as it should be. And I want to thank the SolidX team for being our first partners on this project, for believing in us and seeing the same visions that we see. We wouldn't have come this far without SolidX, and this partnership is really going to be a mind-blowing partnership, because of all the amazing things that we have in store for the community, for both SolanaCash and SolidX. And what else? I want to say that I am a young entrepreneur with so much passion for financial industry specifically and blockchain technology. And I understand what it means to be a young CEO, and I am trying my best every day. My team and I are trying our best every day to make sure that SolanaCash is as successful as it should be. And we want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you one last time. Everyone on this call as well.
Definitely. We appreciate you too, because I'm a firm believer that projects are only as big as the minds behind it. And knowing that your mind and your vision are as big as I could have not even imagined. I just an upward trajectory and the longevity of this project really gets me excited too. So I want to hear John and Richard's final thoughts right now too.
So this is Richard. I mean, my final thoughts are, you reached out to SolarDex, and I was like, oh man, this is another DM. It's probably something to do with marketing. But then I was like, you know what? I will give it a chance. I'll look it up. So I looked it up and I was like, holy crap. I'm like, what they're trying to do is huge.
And I was like, he responded. I thought you would not have responded. And I was like, wow, thank you so much for responding.
Well, I mean, I only responded because I saw the potential in it. I was like, what they're trying to do can literally change Solana for the better. Their envision, their execution, their plan, it's phenomenal. If they can pull this off, this is literally $1 billion business, hands down. And we're here to support that. We wish you guys nothing but luck, and we will try to do whatever we can to get you there. Why? Because we believe in you. Your goal, your vision, your
Thank you.
execution, it's aligned with essentially what SolarDex is trying to do. We want to make sure you get there, and we're here to back you and support you.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem. What about you, John? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so I guess going back to my introduction with SolanaCash, Richard reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm gonna meet with these members from this project," and I didn't know he was the only one communicating with you prior to that. I didn't know much, but as soon as I got on the call, I looked at your website, I was looking at your roadmap, I was looking at your tokenomics and your white paper and everything, and I was just in awe because I understood that this is nothing that hasn't been said before on this podcast. I feel like I'm just repeating things at this point, but it's I don't mean to be long-winded, but just the implications of it going forward, it's monstrous.
Yeah, and just kind of reinforce what both Richard and John said. Like, I couldn't be more excited. I know I say this a lot, but I am excited. If you listen to me on the other podcasts, I always say I'm excited, but this really gets, like I said, I got goosebumps. And like I said, a project's only as good as the people behind it. And knowing that this project is in the most capable and the best hands that I could even imagine just gives me more reinforcement of, hey, Solar Decks, I'm lucky to be a part of this partnership. And like Richard said, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that the community knows about this and knows the trajectory of this project as well.
Thank you so much.
Of course. And yeah, we appreciate your time. Once again, Kamara, I will include all the links below in the description of this video as well.
Okay.
So once again, everyone that's listening, subscribe to this channel, check out SolanaCash, follow them on everything as well, share all the information that they have as well, just because this is something that we're very fortunate to get into the very beginning of with. And it's to the moon and even past. I know I say it a lot, but there's a big rocket ship that's launching off and we're going past the moon, especially with SolanaCash. This is something that I'm very excited about, and I really appreciate your time, Kamara, to hop on and give us more insight on what your vision is.
I am super excited to be here, and thank you so much for having me. This is a great opportunity, and I had fun.
Yeah, I mean, once again, thank you. I just want to end it with this. For any solar community members listening, we have, in fact, in KYC with SolanaCash. They are fully trusted. We fully endorse them. They have docs to us. We fully trust them. And we believe that their community will have essentially the same community as ours, where there is transparency and trust involved with every decision. And they 110% have Solar's back, and we have their back as well.
Yes.
Yeah, so everyone listening, like I said, like this video, share it everywhere, spread the good news, and subscribe to both of our channels as we'll give you constant updates. I'm pretty sure this won't be the last time we're talking, so I appreciate this very good introduction into this project, and I'm excited to see where this goes in the future. So thank you once again, and thank you, Solar Fam, for the backing on both this project, the SolarDex project, and SolanaCash. And until next time, this is your host, Ian, signing off, and excited to see where we go. You guys take care. And until next time, we want to get in this rocket ship together.
Thank you